Hi y'all. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm not gonna be here too long. I'm just gonna talk my message and then I'm gonna get off of here. But this video is about how positive self-talk will change your life. How it changed mine. I know that everybody has opinions, everybody has their own experiences. These are just my experiences. These are just my opinions. You don't have to follow them. You don't have to listen to them if it's not something that pertains to you or you don't feel comfortable listening to. But that's just my little disclaimer, but I'm still going to say what I have to say. So, how positive self-talk will change your life and how it changed mine. So, I have my notes right here. So, I'm just going to read to you a few facts that I've done research on. Before I get into my personal experiences. But the fact is that negative self-talk is damaging. Negative self-talk lowers self-esteem, which increases stress and anxiety. If you're stressed and anxious, that can hinder your personal growth, impact your relationships, and it can even decrease productivity and even contribute, which means to help, to the development of mental health issues like depression. It can affect your confidence and motivation. Negative self-talk is overall not good for you, and it's not good for your health. And so just a couple of quick examples of how I used to talk negatively to myself in my life. I'm 30 now, but I do vividly remember when I was about 17, 18, maybe the beginning of my 20s, kind of. I talked to myself very negatively. I was very hard on myself when I was making mistakes. And just to give you an example, my name is Brianna. I would make a mistake, and because I had such low self-esteem, I would say, "You're so stupid, Brianna," like in my head. Like whenever I made a mistake, I would be like, "You're so stupid, like how could you make that mistake? Like you're such an idiot, like you're not good at anything." Like this is how I would talk to myself in my head, and that's like how you would talk to your worst enemy, to be real. So doing this and talking to myself this way, don't want to get emotional, trying to, but doing that and talking to myself that way, it made, I could never be happy that way. I was always angry. I was always depressed because in my head, I was talking to myself like my worst enemy, and it was just a normal thing for me. It was normal. And I know so many other people are dealing with the same thing. So I also realized that my upbringing and my background did play a significant role in my low self-esteem. I did grow up with an abusive parent that was on drugs, and I was always, torn down whenever I presented an idea or a dream or anything, and I was always treated differently than the other kids in the house. So that negative self-esteem that was, fostered by that abusive step-parent, it definitely contributed to me reinforcing that by talking to myself in my head the same way that individual was talking to me. I also was punished, as a child if I made mistakes, like if I would, accidentally break something in the house. People love their things, and I had a parent that loved beautiful things, and I was a clumsy kid, okay? My son's clumsy now, and I would break something by accident, and of course they would get upset, and they would also not talk to me for a few days or whatever. And I always just used to be feeling like, okay, if I make mistakes, I'm doing something wrong. No, making mistakes is learning. And that's what I just told my son this morning. I told my son, making mistakes is learning. I said, mommy has made millions and millions of mistakes. But mistakes and bad experiences and good experiences is how we learn. So I want to read you guys the definition through my research of examples of how positive self-talk can affect you. So the impact on mental health, it has an impact on mental health by improving stress management. Talking positively to yourself and encouraging yourself, even after you make a mistake or do something wrong, reduces anxiety and depression symptoms. It enhances resilience, which resilience is your ability to, let's say, you lost a job. Your resilience is part of, you getting back in there into the job market. It's your ability to get back on your feet. That's the definition of resilience. It improves coping skills to be more positive to yourself, be more loving to yourself. And it increases optimism, your outlook. It makes you overall more equipped to handle challenges and achieve your goals. It gives you greater motivation to talk to yourself lovingly. And there's even research, guys, that suggests a link between positive thinking and better physical outcomes. Your physical health can literally be increased. You can actually gain benefits to your physical health just by being more positive to yourself. There's a link between positive thinking and better physical outcomes, including reduced stress levels. It reduces your stress and it improves your immune function. So when we're kinder to ourselves, when we're kinder to our minds, when we're kinder to our body, actually notices, and our body's actually like, hey, like, my immune system, you know what I'm saying? My immune system, it's gonna get better. Okay, you stress, I'm gonna take that down because I see you talking to yourself positive. Like, okay, girl. All right, just had a little moment. But that was the technical definition, guys, of how talking more positively, more lovingly, more brightly, more beautifully to yourself. That was just the basic definition of how it can affect you. It reduces your stress, improves immune function, gives you greater motivation to handle everyday challenges and to reach everyday goals. And I just want to give you guys a few quick definitions of how speaking more positively to myself, it changed my life and it impacted my life. Now I'm always in a pretty good mood. I could say that compared to before, when I talked to myself like my worst enemy, I was always depressed. I was always in a bad mood. I always had a bad attitude. People would even tell me at one point, which this is embarrassing to admit, but in school, I had a girl tell me before, like, once I started talking more positive to myself, she told me, like, yeah, you used to have a bad vibe around you before. Like, I didn't even want to sit next to you. Like, you just had such a bad vibe about you. But like when she had saw that I was like trying to work on myself, she felt more comfortable and more open to share that with me. And so it's crazy how talking negatively to yourself and being your worst enemy can actually create a bad aura around you. Nobody wants to be around you. Nobody wants to be around someone that's always being negative. And the people that are always laughing, and people that are always positive and trying to find a positive outlook, you find them surrounded by more people. But if people's not your cup of tea and that's not your goal, that's fine. Do it for you. I'm not a people person, okay? I'm very introverted, okay? I like my space, okay? I like to pop out, socialize for like a little bit, and then pop right back into my zone to be by myself. That's how I am. So another example of how positive self-talk changed my life. I'm always in a good mood. I'm more self-confident. I never would have got on here and submitted a video to you guys years ago. I had so much self-doubt. I never believed that I could or that I had anything important to say or that it could help anyone. Excuse me. Which leads me to my next point. You know, yes, my self-confidence has improved, my self-esteem has improved, but I'm also able to help others. I've talked to family members, I've talked to friends, and when I notice that, you know, they express their frustration over making a mistake or doing the wrong decision in life, I've encouraged them, hey, listen, talk to yourself positively, encourage yourself, uplift yourself, because that's what's going to help you to get in a better mind state to achieve your goals later on. Don't get too down on yourself, okay? We all make mistakes. It's okay. Learn from this and you're going to do better. And sometimes we want to be rebellious and we want to be like, yeah, whatever. Nobody wants to hear that. Okay, I'm upset. I did something wrong and I'm upset. How are you going to bounce back? How are you going to get up? I've failed so many times. I'm probably going to fail in the future so many times. But I'm going to learn from those times. And I have my periods where I just be like, all right, well, I failed. They're not liking my music, or they're not liking this, or, you know, maybe I should just stay to myself for a while. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting the response I want, so just forget it. I'm human, you know? But then I just be like, whatever. I'm going to put stuff out that speaks to me. And if I feel like it's going to help somebody, I'm going to release it. If it doesn't get the traction that I want, it's still something I love to do. So nothing is going to stop me, and failure is not going to stop me, and I hope it doesn't stop you. I'm able to uplift others, and I'm able to make better decisions now than I did before, just because I talk to myself more positively. And I'm going to leave you guys with an example. Want it or not, how I talk to myself is, yeah, you made a mistake, but it's okay. You're going to do better. Bree, you're so talented. You're so kind. You're so smart. It's going to be okay. Bree, you're beautiful. You're amazing. You're strong. You got this, girl. Come on, just push yourself. Let's be more productive. Let's put more quality into our efforts. This is how I talk to myself. When before you're so stupid, you idiot. You're such an idiot. How could you make this mistake? To, you're so beautiful. You made a mistake, but you're gonna bounce back. And so I just wanted to leave that message with you guys in case any of you guys have ever dealt with what I've dealt with. And so I want to just say, stop talking to yourself negatively, okay? Uplift yourself and love yourself, because you only get one body and you have to nourish your spirit, okay? Okay. I hope you have a good day, and I hope you talk more positively to yourself. Even if you make 100 mistakes today, you better still encourage yourself at the end of that day. And I guarantee you, you will see the change that it will bring to your life. All right, bye.